Good evening, guys. Good evening. Can you hear me properly? Please comment. Can you hear me? Okay, that's enough. Welcome to yet another session from your favorite and my favorite Biopoint Juniors. And we have the part 3 lecture from Life Process. Let's have a glance at the living things. Are you ready, guys? Ready to do with today's topics? Okay, guys, let's continue. And we have the nutrition and digestion, and the last class we have completed till, anyone please tell, we have completed till what topics? First we should cover more portions today, as this is a big chapter. We should complete more and more portions today. Okay, photosynthesis. Okay, Ayush. Photosynthesis. Okay, okay, Ishita. And now today we are starting with the nutrition in amoeba. So amoeba is a unicellular animal. Can you hear me, guys, can you hear me? Okay, Abhijit. Okay, Arjun. Senior, your voice is lagging. Arjun, it's your network issue. That's why the voice is lagging. It will be all right later. Amoeba is an unicellular animal which follows the holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay. Amoeba is a unicellular animal. Unicellular organism means what is a unicellular organism? Comment, guys, right now. Comment it right now. Okay, single-celled organism. Okay, Abhijit, correct. Single-celled organism is referred to as unicellular organism. It has a holozoic mode of nutrition. Exactly, Ankit, made up of single cell. It has an holozoic mode of nutrition. Holozoic mode of nutrition means that they take in whole material and break it down inside their bodies. Like animals like human, okay, we also have holozoic mode of nutrition. That is, we ingest means we take in the food and digest, and digestion take place only inside the body of the organism. Am I right? Is that clear for you? Guys, come and fast, be active. Okay, Abhijit. Okay, Shiga, Sneka, Ayush. All right. Holozoic mode of nutrition. The digestion follows after the ingestion in food. So please write it in your notebook. The digestion of food follows after the ingestion of food. In what type of nutrition? Holozoic mode of nutrition. The digestion takes place inside the body of organism. Holozoic nutrition occurs in 5 steps. So let's look at the 5 steps. That is the ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Ingestion, not injection, it is ingestion. Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Is that clear? Is that clear? Have you wrote it in your notebook? The 5 steps of holozoic nutrition, and the digestion of food follows after the ingestion of food. Can we move on? The steps of holozoic mode of nutrition. The first step taking place is ingestion. Ingestion means taking in food. That is the definition of ingestion. Please write it in your notebook. The process of taking in the food is known as ingestion. Digestion is the process. After we ingest the food, after we eat the food, it should be breakdown, right? so as to use it for our metabolic activities. Metabolic activities means bodily processes. So after ingestion, the breakdown of the food take place. That is, for example, as shown in the diagram, like this. If we eat apple, for example, it should be broken down into minute or simple molecules, and this is what is said to be digestion. The breaking down of complex food substances into simple molecules. Okay, and these simple molecules can be absorbed by our body. Guys, any doubts? Any doubts? Be active and comment fast. Okay, okay. New participants, where are you? New participants. Are you all hearing me? Anyway, the third step is absorption. Absorption means, what is the common meaning of absorption? That is mean just absorbing. Absorbing means what? Like what does the sponges do with the water? Just absorb that. Okay, so the absorption of the digested food is known as the process of absorption, nothing more than that. The fourth step is assimilation, and this absorbed food is utilized by our body for metabolic activities. Metabolic activities means bodily processes, and this process of utilization of digested food for energy, for growth, and for repair is known as assimilation. Okay, digestion is the fifth step, and it means the process of removing undigested food, from the body. Okay, there is difference between excretion and digestion. Excretion is the process of removal of nitrogenous waste, and digestion is the process of removal of undigested food. Repeat assimilation. Okay, Abhijit. So as per the holozoic steps of holozoic nutrition, we have 5 steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and digestion. First step is ingestion, and what happens is that we take in the food. Okay. Second step is digestion. That is, the taken in food is broken down into similar substances for us to absorb. Okay. And this absorption of this digested food is known as absorption. And this absorbed food is just utilized by our body for metabolic activities such as growth, respiration, heartbeat. All activities taking place in our body, we need energy, right? And this energy is taken from the absorbed food, and this utilization or usage of this digested food is known as assimilation. Is that clear, Abhijit? Okay. The next step is digestion, that is the removal of undigested food. Have you wrote it? Have you all wrote it, guys, in your notebook? Have you all wrote it? All comment. Only Abhijit has answered. Okay, Ayush, Sneha, Ishika, Ankit, not at all answering. No response. Ankit, no response. Okay. Arjun, okay. So we completed the autotrophic mode of nutrition, and the autotrophic mode of nutrition take place in, where does the autotrophic mode of nutrition take place? Answer right now. What type of plant, Abhijit? What types of plant? In plant only, right? What type of plant? What type of plant? Yeah, green plants and some bacteria, right? Green plants. I need the answer as green plants. Okay, so this autotrophic mode of nutrition take place in green plants, and we have the heterotrophic mode of nutrition right now. Autotrophic means self-nourishing, right? Self-nourishing. Preparation of their own foods and utilizing it. Okay, and we said that animals directly or indirectly depend on plants for food, like that. So the dependence of food is what is said to be heterotrophic nutrition in short. Let's check the definition. It is a type of nutrition in which organism cannot make their own food as it lack chlorophyll and other or any other photosynthetic pigments. Is that okay? Heterotrophic nutrition means the organism cannot make their own food because it lacks chlorophyll or any other photosynthetic material. Okay. Okay. Comment it right now. You should comment, guys, whether I am asking you or not. If I am saying, is it okay, you should comment. Okay. Moving further, example for heterotrophic and organisms showing heterotrophic mode of nutrition is all non-green plants and animals. All non-green plants and animals show heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Even humans show heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, this is the basic classification. Nutrition can be classified into two modes, that is the autotrophic and the heterotrophic. Autotrophic mode of nutrition, the very basic example is green plants. And the heterotrophic mode of nutrition can be classified into different types. That is parasitic nutrition, parasitic mode of nutrition, saprophytic mode of nutrition, symbiotic mode of nutrition, and epiphytic mode of nutrition. Okay. Guys, what is parasitic mode of nutrition? What is parasitic mode of nutrition? Comment me right now. Comment me. Parasitic mode of nutrition. Yeah, taking food from other. That is a host. Exactly, Abhijit. Correct. So some organisms. Okay, Ankit. Correct. Taking food from the host. So some organisms derive food or nutrition from plants or animals without killing them. Is that clear? Without killing them. For example, in mango trees, you can see that certain plants are growing. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever experienced that? That is the example given here. Cuscuta amarbel or amarbel. Okay. Anyway, so the parasitic mode of nutrition means that they derive nutrition from plants or animals without killing them. And this, the plant or organism from where they derive their nutrition is known as the host body. Anyway, we will deal more about this in the upcoming slides. Let us move on. Classification of heterotrophs. So on the basis of their mode of obtaining food, they can be classified as parasitic, saprophytic, symbiotic, and epiphytic. Okay. So the holozoic mode of nutrition, the organism feed by ingesting solid organic matter, is an digested and absorbed. Okay. Let me teach it before you explain it. Okay. Just look these images. Saprophytic mode of nutrition. Starting with saprophytes. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's continue. Who's that? Okay. So saprophytes are organisms that feed. See, waiting room. Two students are waiting. Wait, please. Okay. Saprophytic mode of nutrition means organisms feed on dead or decaying matter. Organisms feed on dead or decaying matter. Can you give an example? Can you give an example? Just look at the slide and answer me. Yeah, of course, mushroom. Mushroom. Why, Ayush? Why did you raise your hand? Ayush Gupta. Ayush Gupta. Yeast. Of course, Neha. Fungi, Arjun, right? Ayush, why did you raise your hands? Molds. All these are different forms of fungus, right? Battery going dead. Okay, Ayush, you can when it switches off, you can watch it from the YouTube lecture. So they secrete enzymes from their body that convert complex food into simpler form, and then they absorb it through general body surface. Muca. All these are different fungus. Ishiga. Ishiga, they are different fungus. So saprophytes means the only definition is that they derive their nutrition from dead or decaying organic matter. Am I clear? Can I continue, guys? Okay. Next, we have the parasitic mode of nutrition. Okay, please do write the lecture notes. Okay, please do write the lecture notes. So parasites are organisms that live in or on the surface of other organisms to fulfill their nutritional requirements that derive. Please write the definition as what I say to you. Please write it. Some organisms can you see me, guys? Derive their food from other organisms. Okay, some organisms derive food from the other organism, and these organisms are known as parasitic organisms, and the organism from where they derive their food is known as host body. Okay, guys, moving on. Symbiotic parasite. Symbiotic, do you have any idea of that? Symbiotic parasite? Symbiotic parasite, any idea? Then comment me what is symbiotic parasite. Yeah, it has a mutual relationship between, okay Ayush, okay Arjun, I will explain to you. It has a mutual relationship between themselves. Okay, two organisms have a mutual relationship between themselves. For example, lichens. It is a combination of algae and fungi. Okay, algae and fungi. Or if we explain it in more scientific way, it is a combination of Ascomycetes and green algae. So symbiotic parasite is that in which both partners are mutually benefited, like E. coli in human intestine, as it obtains food from the body but in response secretes certain minerals for our body. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear about symbiotic relationship, symbiotic parasite? In the same way of parasite, they are absorbing food from a host body. However, it gives some benefit to the host body. Do not affect their growth or development, but it gives some benefits for them, certain benefits for them. Okay. Okay. They are organisms that follow 5 steps in sequence: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. So organisms showing this mode can be herbivorous, carnivorous, or omnivorous. Herbivorous, carnivorous, or omnivorous. Okay, I hope you all know about herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Do you all know about that? Okay, Uncle, Riddhi, Ishiga, Abhijit, Sneha. Okay. If we finish our class before we complete the time, I will give you some notes. Okay, guys, that's all for today. And anyway, please write some notes. Please write some notes. Please write some notes. Will you write? Comment me. No Ishiga. Today no mentee. Today no mentee. Today no mentee. We will conduct it later. Okay, we have lots and lots of portion to complete with this chapter. That's why today no mentee. Very sorry. Excuse me. Okay. Write some notes. Name three, like, or else you can answer. Bridi, it's lacking because it's lagging because it's your network issue. Okay, write some notes, or else comment me the answer in the comment box. Name three life processes which are essential for maintaining life. Name three life processes which are we have tomorrow. We have an exam, and we are just revising the portions taught till now. Name three life processes which are essential for maintaining life. Any three life process. Nutrition, digestion, and respiration. Absolutely correct, Sneha. Absolutely correct. Okay, the three life process essential for maintaining life is nutrition, respiration, excretion, transportation, breathing, all those you can type it. Exactly, Ankit, exactly, Arjun. All these are correct answers. Okay, second question. Name the form in which carbohydrates are stored in plants. Name the form in which carbohydrates are stored in plants. Name the form in which no, Vriddhi. One sec. Oh, 1 second. Sneha, correct. Starch is correct. Vriddhi, stomata, no. Ankit, globule, no. Abhijit, cellulose, no. Arjun, HCl, no. Vriddhi, globule, no. Starch is the correct answer. So the simplest unit of carbohydrate is starch or glucose. Okay, clear guys? So starch is the form in which carbohydrates are stored in plants. Okay, Ankit. Okay. Identify the category in which organisms use carbon dioxide and water for making food. Identify the category in which organisms use carbon dioxide and water for making food. What type of organisms do photosynthesis? In short, Gridi, what type of organisms show photosynthesis? Plants. Under what category is plants, Abhijit? Under what? Exactly, Arjun. Autotrophic. Autotrophic. Sneha, correct. Autotrophs. That is a category, right? Green plants is a component in that category. The category is autotrophs. Okay. Name any two organisms. Name any two organisms which break down the food material outside their bodies and then absorb it. Which break down their food material outside their body and then absorb it. Any two organisms that does not show holozoic mode of nutrition. Amoeba shows holozoic. Exactly, Sneha. Mushrooms is the correct answer. Bread mold, mushrooms, Vriddhi, mushroom, correct. Fungi, yes, Abhijit. Yeast, okay. Bread mold, please write it. Bread mold, yeast and mushroom. Bread mold, yeast and mushroom break down food material outside their body and then absorb it. Okay. Okay. Some organisms derive nutrition from plants and animals without killing them. What are these organisms called? Some organisms derive food from plants and animals without killing them. What are these organisms called? We should move fast. Generally, you can complete maximum questions for tomorrow. No. What are that exactly? What are those known as? Derive food from a host body without killing them. Saprophytic. No. Of course, Abhijit, parasitic organisms. They derive nutrition from plants or animals without killing them. Ankit and Vriddhi, Saprophytic means they derive nutrition from dead and decaying organism. Okay, that is dead organism. Without killing, if an organism derive nutrition, it is known as parasites. Parasite. Give one example for parasite. Give one example for parasites. Amarbel, okay. Amarbel, lichens, okay. Cuscuta, of course, all these are correct. Lichens, symbiotic parasite, okay. Okay. Name the organism which utilize simple complex substance. Utilize complex substances, not simple. Name the organism which utilize complex substances and break them down into simpler forms. That depend on other organisms for food. The category of organisms that depend on other organisms for food. What are they known as? Of course, Neha, heterotrophs. Ankit, animals is a component of this heterotrophs. Okay? Heterotrophs. Okay, Arjun. Correct. Next question. How do autotrophs obtain their food? 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 Only from sunlight, Ayush? Ayush, only from sunlight? Okay, by the process of photosynthesis. What are the raw materials of photosynthesis? What are the raw materials of photosynthesis? Oxygen, Abhijit? Oxygen is not the raw material. Of course, Arjun, carbon dioxide and water. Vriddhi, carbon dioxide and sunlight. Sunlight is a component used in the presence. Okay. Carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Sunlight and chlorophyll. Where are these chlorophyll present? Guys, where are these chlorophyll present? Where are these chlorophyll present? Chloroplast. Abhijit? Leaf? No. In leaf, it has certain cell organelles like chloroplast. Okay, we have only 10 minutes more. We should complete more portions. Guys, any doubts in the portions taught today? Any doubt? The new students, are you able to follow? New participants, are you able to follow? Okay, Vriddhi. Ankit? What is the last answer? Oh my god, last question. What was it the last question? How do autotrophs obtain their food? Was it the last question? Abhijit, chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Chloroplast. Chloroplast is a cell organelle present in plant cell. Okay. Any doubt taught in earlier portions in the previous classes? New participants, the link will be provided in the group today. Okay, you can watch it. Tomorrow you have a test, a cumulative test in the till the portions total now. Okay, so be ready and score more marks in my topic. Okay, heredity and evolution taught by Another sir. And I hope you have another class today also. 6 or 7, 6:40 or 6:45, we have another class on heredity and evolution. Okay, stay updated with the Telegram group. With the time of test will be informed. Okay, time of test will be informed. After the questions are ready, time of test will be informed. Which subject? Ankit, we have only biology. Our channel is exclusively for bio. Okay, and if you need materials for science, any subject on science, we will provide you. Which subject today class at 6:40 p.m. 6:40 p.m. we have heredity and evolution. Two chapters are simultaneously going on biology, heredity and evolution, and life process. First, we are trying to complete those big chapters. I think heredity and evolution will be over today. I don't know. I just okay. We have 7 minutes more. Can we discuss some more questions? Can we discuss, or we want to stop today? Yes, please. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Let me check some questions. Okay. Okay, guys. Guys, why is nitrogen considered an essential element in plants? Why is nitrogen what considered as an essential element in plants? Do you know? I haven't taught you. Do you know? Okay, Vriddhi. Okay, Abhijit. It provides life for plants. Some more, it should explain in some more scientific way, Abhijit. Nitrogen is the essential or the major component of nitrogen is the major component of chlorophyll. That's why it is considered as an essential element in plants because it is used in synthesis of protein and other compounds. Neha, the very base is that it is an essential component of chlorophyll. It's an essential component of chlorophyll. Is that clear, guys? Nitrogen is an essential component of chlorophyll. That's why it is considered as an essential element for plants. Water stomata, water stomata, water stomata. Only 5 minutes more, guys. Okay, small pore on the under surface of the leaf. Minute pores on the under surface of the leaf, guarded by guard that help in gaseous exchange. Okay, Ankit. Guarded by stomatas are guarded by stomatas are guarded by guard cell. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, Abhijit. Okay, Ankit. Correct. Exactly right. Guard cells. Neha. Okay. Okay. Then, guys, please read it on the chat box. At 6:40 p.m. you have class on heredity and evolution. Join for the class. Okay, okay. Please attend it so that tomorrow's exam will be more easy. I will ask him to discuss some questions with you. And you should by heart the equation of photosynthesis, equation of the process of photosynthesis. Okay, 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. And the mode of nutrition in amoeba. What is the mode of nutrition in amoeba? What is the mode of nutrition in amoeba? We should cut in the class in or cut the class in 2 minutes, within 2 minutes. Holozoic mode of nutrition. Exactly. What is the mode of reproduction in amoeba? What is the mode of reproduction in amoeba? Do you know? Mode of reproduction in amoeba? No, Ayush. Budding is in hydra. Exactly, Ankit and Abhijit. Abhijit, no, budding it's not. Ankit, binary fission. Okay, asexual mode of reproduction, that is binary fission. Exactly, binary fission. Okay. So what are the basic requirements for photosynthesis? Basic requirements for photosynthesis. Basic requirements. Okay, one is sunlight, one is sunlight. 4 points are there. One is carbon dioxide, one is water, and one more. The presence of a green colored pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, the basic requirements are carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, and chlorophyll. Okay. Okay, guys, let's discuss what is herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores means plant feeding organism, only feeding on plant material. Carnivores means flesh eating organism. Omnivores eat both plant and flesh. That's the very basic differences between herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? And ending today's class. That's all for today. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Do hit it like right now. And it's me signing out from your favorite and my favorite by a point. Thank you all. Thank you for your remarks and feedbacks. Have you all liked today's question? Have you today's session? Have you all liked it? Okay. So prepare for tomorrow. Okay. 6:40 you have another class on heredity and evolution. Thank you. Thank you, Vriddhi. Thank you. Okay, bye guys. Bye. You're a nice teacher. Vriddhi, thank you. Exactly good remark for a teacher. Bye, sir. Okay, Ankit. Okay, Abdul. Okay, bye. I should end the meeting or else it will not be get converted. Okay, bye. Bye, Abhijit. Bye all. Bye all my dear participants. Abhijit, Ankit, Arjun, Ayush, Prachi, Vriddhi, all. Goodbye. I think Sneha has left. Okay, me signing out. Thank you all. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. Bye-bye.